Austin, the capital of Texas, is often called a liberal island in a conservative sea. People here tend to vote Democratic, while Texas as a whole is overwhelmingly Republican. Support for Barack Obama is evident all over town. Some Republicans live here, of course. Melissa is one of them.
We pretty much keep the political aspect of our lives to those who we know have same views, but as when we're talking socially, then we talk to our friends about other subjects in that sense.
Yeah, so you avoid politics, you avoid arguments?
Pretty much.
Melissa reflects a national trend. Americans of different political leanings are talking less and less to each other. It may have a lot to do with where people choose to live, according to Bill Bishop, co-author of The Big Sort, Why the Clustering of Like-Minded America is Tearing Us Apart.
When people decide where to move, and they make choices about where to move, they're also making these political choices that are then self-reinforcing.
Bishop says people who live in cities tend to vote Democrat, but people in suburbs and rural areas tend to be Republicans.
Generally, the farther people live apart, the more Republican the place.
But the result is that neighbors reinforce each other's political views and become less tolerant of those who hold different views.
It makes people angry because they can't understand why there is disagreement when all around them, all they see is agreement.
This tendency has been reinforced by the polarization of some news outlets that base much of their coverage and commentary on their ideological bent. Bishop says election statistics over the past few decades confirm his thesis that the country is becoming more polarized politically.
30 years ago, there were more people who did split tickets. That's been declining. 30 years ago, there were more truly independent people, and that's been declining.
Bishop finds a dramatic rise in landslide counties in the United States, those that provide a 20% margin in favor of one candidate or the other. In 1976, around 27% of U.S. counties were landslide counties. By 2004, the number had grown to nearly 50%. Bishop says hope for a less polarized future lies with the younger generations, not with the so-called baby boomers who are now in their 50s and 60s.
Baby boomers are great on judging and on defining things as good or bad, black and white, Republican, Democratic. And younger people, you can see, are not as anxious to make those distinctions.
For now, however, the political model may be best represented by this Austinite who calls himself Dale.
I think the lines are pretty hardened already.
You think that's good or bad for America?
It'd be good if everybody agreed with me.
Flakus, VOA News, Austin, Texas.